welcome to the Mannschrecks morning show where we drink our coffee and
drank our coffee.
Welcome back to the Mannschrecks. I'm JJ.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are recording in the morning, which is unusual, but we had a crazy day and just there was too much sugar this weekend and the kids did not go to bed proper. So we're recording at a different time. So if you notice a difference in the tenor of our voices, just join us for our morning show. But I am excited. I have a fun game and a couple of... I'm really excited about my stories. So are you ready to approach the news desk?
Yes, and hopefully none of our stories overlap because I didn't...
I got backups because it was a good week for me finding crazy weirdo stories.
Okay, so this first story is kind of short, but really, really bizarre.
What do we got?
So a man is shocked to discover the source of his headaches for 5 months is a pair of chopsticks inside his skull.
Oh, I saw I saw the headline, but
So it says the man vaguely recalled getting in a fight when he was out drinking months earlier. So
wow, there you go.
Kind of your own fault. So apparently this man had been, a man in Vietnam had been struggling with pounding headaches and just a lot of pain in his head. So he went into, he had been experiencing it for 5 months. Went into a hospital in Dong Hoi, and he, 35 years old, discovered after they did a scan of a CT scan of his skull, found that he had a pair of chopsticks lodged inside of his head.
That's crazy. Chopsticks are huge. Maybe they were broken or something. How do you...
So it revealed that he was suffering from a rare and potentially life-threatening neurological condition because of the chopsticks that had allegedly gone up into his nose and brain. Like I can't imagine how. That would killed you. I thought that would kill you. Dead? So apparently, while the man was surprised at how the chopsticks ended up, he soon remembered vaguely he was involved in a fight while he was out drinking about 5 months prior, and he had told doctors he couldn't recall any details of the fight, but did remember someone stabbing him in the face with an unknown object.
Someone stabbed him in the face with chopsticks? That's crazy.
So apparently the surgeons were able to successfully remove the chopsticks, and he's in stable condition, but still waiting to be released from the hospital.
Wow. I feel like...
I was like, this is horrifying. Oh my God. Don't drink. Okay, just don't drink.
And go get in a bar fight with a man who's going to fight you with chopsticks. I think, so there's a couple levels. Number one, the part that makes me laugh is imagining there is a panel of doctors sitting in the room looking at the x-ray on the wall, and they're like, all right, how do we get it out, right? Because what do you do? Like super long tweezers? No, it's wood. And then it's like, so, I mean, where do you cut to, how do you even get to it without damaging anything?
I just don't know how it didn't puncture or affect something sensitive in his actual brain.
I bet it's going to be a while before they know,
That's true. What are the long-term effects
whether
of this?
Bruising or whether did you mess up
swelling
certain areas of the brain. The brain is not to be messed with, right? Like that's not an area.
Removing that, is it going to cause a blood clot or something?
Yeah.
I was like, this is horrifying.
But you remember the Scrubs episode where they have the light bulb and they have to try and figure out how are we going to get that out? And it's like, this is my imagination of the doctors just sort of staring at it like, how are we going to do this? But I mean, I'm glad they were able to do that and get
it successfully.
But oh my gosh, don't fight someone with chopsticks.
Well, and the fact that he was so drunk that he doesn't even remember the fight. He just vaguely remembers someone shoving something in his face.
Well, and so the other thing that it made me think of is The Dark Knight with the Joker and the big want to see a magic trick, right? Like that was such an epic movie, but that killed the guy, right? That was all gone. If chopsticks are so big,
they are.
They're so even little chopsticks, they're inches long. Yep. That's way bigger than a piece of wood should be. That's inside your head.
I just don't understand how. I was always under the impression that if you did something to someone's nasal cavity toward their brain, it would kill them. Mm-hmm. So, the fact that this person was able to shove something up this guy's nasal cavity into his head,
way up there,
and into his so much so that he didn't have issues with his breathing or nose, but it caused him headaches. That's terrifying to me. It made it in there. Man. And then 5 months he's struggling with his headaches, and then goes, maybe I should go to the doctor.
Oh my gosh.
It was just horrifying.
It's fascinating, though. It really is interesting. Like, you know, the old thing when you were a kid, it was like, if you were picking your nose and they would yell at you and be like, what are you trying to do, scratch your brain or whatever? I don't know if you ever heard that, but like,
No, I never did.
No, that was something that old people used to yell at young people.
I never really picked my nose when I was a kid, so.
It wasn't me, it was another kid at school, and I was baffled by the thing that was, no, it wasn't school, it was church. I think it was a kid at church.
That sounds more.
What are you trying to do, scratch your brain? And I was like, and I'm like, whip over and I'm looking at them, what are you
Is that a real thing?
Can you touch your brain? And then you have to try, of course.
No, you can in fact not touch your brain with your finger.
Well, but with chopsticks.
Apparently with chopsticks you can. Oh, gross. So, anyways,
that's a good one to get us started off.
What do you have?
Not chopsticks.
Yeah, that's okay.
Canadian super pigs threaten to invade the U.S. This is a story from The Independent a week ago. A mass of Canadian super pigs are threatening to breach the U.S. border, but northern states are putting tactics in place to stop this wild hog invasion. So they're wild. They're wild pigs, hogs. Right. Super pigs have appeared in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba in Canada after crossbreeding between pig species created their super swine form.
Are they aggressive?
So they destroy crops and they degrade water quality, but there's no stopping these feral hogs. They can breed excessively and continue to multiply their masses.
Pigs have huge litters.
Well, and these were bred for that because obviously that's what they wanted to do is make lots and lots and lots of the pigs for mass production or whatever. Wild pigs are an ecological train wreck. They are prolific breeders, making them an extremely successful invasive species, said Ruth Asham, a PhD student from the University of Saskatchewan, who is leading the research on the super pig species. They're called mutant wild pigs, the most prolific invasive mammal in Canada. We already have a massive issue with feral hog populations, which cost landowners billions. First off, did you know that we have a problem with feral hog?
I did know that. We've talked about this before. I think there was something like up in Maine or something about a story about
there was the guy
hogs.
with the gun, right?
And there was some issues with feral hogs. But I know they're aggressive and
30
they're
to 50 feral
incredibly
hogs.
invasive to land because the pigs root around in the dirt and the ground and like they just tear things up.
They it's cost billions in crop and land destructions.
Yeah.
So northern states are taking action to stop them from encroaching on U.S. territory. An expert on the population, Ryan Brooks, says that Montana has already banned raising and transporting of the wild pigs into the state.
So what I'm gathering here is that we really wasted our money trying to build that wall in Mexico when we should have been building a wall in Canada to protect us from the hogs.
Okay. If the country really wants to prevent boars from crossing the border, more extreme measures will be need to put in place. The only path forward, you have to be really aggressive and you have to use all the tools in the toolbox, Mr. Brook told AP. This would entail using large ground traps, guns that fire nets from helicopters, tracking programs, or even poisons like sodium nitrate, although scientists fear that would harm other wildlife as well. According to the director of Minnesota's Wildlife Services, Gary Norberg, as far as he knows, no pigs have made their way into the state. So they're kind of like watching what's happening in Canada, and they're like, don't you come down here. Don't you come in here with those pigs.
Wow.
So they're trying really hard.
That's bizarre.
In 2016, there was a group in Minnesota. They killed them, but not before they started to reproduce and already destroyed a wildlife preserve.
Ooh, that's rough.
The battle between the super pigs and the U.S. authority wages on diminishing the population does not seem to be in the near future.
That's bizarre.
It's amazing. So it's agriculture and livestock. Mm-hmm. Wild pigs are threatening everything.
Well, and they can be aggressive. Like they are very large. They're very heavy, and it's true. They do. I mean, they have like anywhere between like 12 to 18, 10 to 18 piglets at a time. So that's a huge litter, and they grow fast. Like they really do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see that becoming a literally fast growing problem.
In 2021, so this will give you an idea of it. So this is just Missouri. They killed 9,857 hogs in a hog elimination partnership, just in one swoop. And then 54,000 hogs have been killed in the state since 2016. So they're killing about 5,000-6,000 a year.
What do they do with them after they kill them?
I don't know. Maybe turn them into meat, or maybe they're not good.
For meat?
I assume that's why they were created, but they got free or something. Yeah. So that's the problem. Huh. Yeah, so it's not just a conservation of land. The potential new influx of super pigs threatens. In 2019, a woman in Texas was killed by a group of feral hogs after being attacked on her way to work. Yeah. I mean, they're wild. These are not domesticated pigs.
And they're so heavy. Like,
I don't know. And I guess I don't know the difference between a wild pig and a boar or a hog. They're kind of using the words interchangeably. But the U.S. hopes to eradicate the population and prevent any more super pigs from invading the land. But they are long off. They are a long way off from their ability to eradicate. I just love that headline so much. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Yep, they made some super pigs.
Huh. That's bizarre. I didn't even know that was a thing. Poor Canada.
Poor Canada.
Okay, so it's really just the headline is pretty much the whole story. A crash covers Ohio highway in Chocolate and Carmel. So apparently, a stretch of highway involving two semi-trucks covered the roadway in boxes of chocolate and caramel, and it was the highway was closed for several hours because the two trucks collided. Entire highway was shut down because of the road being covered in chocolate and caramel candy.
Like a caramel truck and a chocolate truck collided?
That's what it sounds like. Like they collided.
There was a commercial like that. Do you remember that?
There's like candy all over it. But I'm just like, what a bizarre thing to collide. And like they show, like there's like a video, or there's like a trash can or a crash cam. And it just shows they're routing all this off the highway. And the highway's just totally clear. But I'm like, what a nightmare of a... Whew, so why do we got to get off the road? Well, there's candy everywhere, so...
I would like to stay on the road.
I would like to cash in on this, please.
I would like to go to there. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine getting out of your car and being, well, we're stuck here, we might as well enjoy it over here.
I would too. It said boxes, it didn't say the chocolate was on the ground, so it's boxes.
Everybody
I just scoop them up. Yeah. Oh darn! I'm just tired from my labors. I need
driving to work at 6 a.m.
Pick up some energy and help you pick up this mess, of course.
Yeah, and pick up some diabetes while I'm there.
I love that story. That's fantastic. Chocolate and caramel covering the road. Mm-hmm. This happens all the time. It
does. There's a lot of crashes that involve gross food or messy food or.
Well, I've gone on this rant with you before. It is one of the modern marvels. People get so excited about technology or whatever, but honestly, the grocery store is one of the modern miracles of our modern age. Like the fact that it used to be you ate what you could kill in your backyard or grow in your backyard, and that's it. And you go to the store for salt or whatever, and then it
pantry
got better.
Items.
Yeah, the things that you couldn't get
long-term storage.
Yeah, but then it was the stuff that you could grow and the people around you could grow, and you could trade and barter and stuff. But then it's just as we have grown and developed as a society, the fact that we can get food that is hundreds, thousands of miles away is just incredible to me. I love it. So I know it's a frustration, grocery store prices are crazy high, but we are transporting food from great distances to give us a selection and variety that our ancestors could never have dreamed of. I just love it. The big one for me is guacamole. You can get some avocados, right? There's no avocado trees in Michigan that I know of. And yet we're getting them from hundreds of miles away. Mm-hmm. Food that, our grandparents or great grandparents I've never heard of, I think it's a marvel, and I think it's great. But because we have to transport everything everywhere, it's going to cause some problems.
That's true.
Oh, man. All right. I love this story because we have lived in, so this is my second story. It says, man who lives frugally leaves unexpected gift to small New Hampshire town after his death. Okay. So every town has a guy like this. Every small town
always hear about it.
Has the one guy who he's older and he's a little bit eccentric and does kind of weird stuff, and everybody just kind of says, well, that's Bill or whatever, right? A man who lived frugally all his life left an unexpected gift of $3.8 million after his death with a small New Hampshire town that has less than 4,000 people. He died just a couple months ago. He left his fortune to the town of Hillsdale, which borders Massachusetts. Okay. His name is Edwin Smith. Oh, I'm sorry. No. His name is Jeffrey Holt. Edwin Smith is his best friend. So he passed away. So he moved to New Hampshire in 1968 and lived on his Social Security checks for the last 15 years of his life.
Okay.
So he lived super frugally. He was very simple. He didn't require a lot. He was the guy who drove his lawnmower around town, and he would often sit on his lawnmower and watch the cars go by. Like, that's what he was known for. He was the lawnmower guy. How do I say this? I just think it's so interesting. This guy, he like lived off Social Security checks, just very simple life, but he had millions in the bank account that he never touched. Let's see. So his fortune was left to the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation, according to Catherine Lynch, the town's administrator. Members of the town, including schools and local organizations, can apply annually for grants up to $150,000 per year. He sold a business years ago, like in the 80s, that was worth a couple $1 million, and he just put the money away and never used it. Like, he was a millionaire, and no one knew it in his entire life. And he lived out his last, 15 years in this little small town.
That's crazy.
I just think it's so cool.
That is really cool, actually.
It has the potential to be transformational to a small community like Hillsdale.
For only 4,000 people living there, like, that's the size of, like, what, Nagani?
Probably, was Nagani that big?
I don't know, Ishpeming?
Or maybe Nagani was bigger.
I just think that's crazy. Like, that's a huge,
He lived in a trailer park, and the kitchen chairs in his mobile home were made of plywood. He lived very simply, didn't require a lot. And then he just gave $4 million to the town that he loved. And they became, his best friend was like, there was no probate. He had everything set up in a trust. When he passed away, the best friend, whose nickname is Smokey, he became the successor trustee. When he was younger, much to his dismay, his parents sent him to boarding school, but Holt wanted to go to public school. So his fortune was left to the charitable foundation. Smokey emphasized his friend would be happy to know his gift is being appreciated and recognized. He also noted that Holt would be very stressed at the thought of being in the limelight. He didn't like to be in front of the crowd, Smith said. He liked to be in the back, and not just as a follower. He did his own thing. I just fascinating. You always wonder, like,
is that guy going to give his millions?
Is that guy secretly a millionaire?
That's so interesting.
I just think it tugs at the imagination. It's like the premise of a cool movie or something, I love that he just didn't live above his means, and he donated everything to help people. And he's like, I like this town. It's a good town. I want to help this town. Was that all? That's all our stories, right? Okay, sorry.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Ooh, you do it. Yeah.
Story of your life.
I'm not ready, actually. We did a lot of stuff.
A couple things this weekend. Probably too much stuff this weekend. So, I'm trying to decide which one. Actually, I'm gonna give a shout out to the parade we went to, because I think that was the better of the two events. So
yes.
Saturday night we decided to. We've just been really interested in free events, like
yes, that's what you do when you have
kids. 4 kids and it's a crazy busy, expensive holiday season. Free events are really nice, and it's a fun way to get to know other communities or your own community. So I had seen on one of the posts from the homeschooling group that I'm a part of in the Midland area, they had posted all free holiday related events. Yep. And one of them was the City of Auburn parade. And so that was on Saturday night, and we decided to take the kids, and it was actually really perfect because we got there like maybe 10 minutes before the parade was supposed to start.
Awesome. The perfect timing.
Found a spot real close, sat down. Kids were bundled up, so we were not cold.
It was cold, but it wasn't too bad.
But yeah, parade was great. There were tons of floats all lit up with lights.
And it was at night, so there were really like cool lights on all the cars.
Yes.
And that was really fun.
That was the first time the kids have done like a nighttime parade that everything is lit up.
That might be one of my first times. I don't remember going to that very much.
I've been to a lot of nighttime parades with light up floats, but that that was a lot of fun. The kids had a good time. They collected a lot of candy for their gingerbread houses.
Which we did not expect.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting candy at all. Well, because when we did the Saginaw parade, when we walked in the Saginaw parade, the big thing that everyone was touting is you're not allowed to throw candy because it's not safe.
Yes.
And so our church handed out mostly stuffed animals and church swag and stuff like that. But like this parade had a lot of candy. So there was a pretty good haul. The kids will make it into their gingerbread houses. But it was just a fun parade. The kids had a good time, and then afterwards, the local church. That's kind of, it seemed like their central meeting place.
Yeah, it's right downtown. It's right in the middle.
Right across from the township or city building.
Yes.
So we went there, and they were just packed. I mean, everybody went there afterwards.
Yeah.
Afterwards, they were serving chili and hot chocolate and donuts and popcorn, and they were doing temporary tattoos for the kids, and they had pictures with Santa Claus, and
the walls were lined with pictures from the elementary school. So very clearly there's a tight
really
relationship
good community
between
involvement. So it was a lot of fun. The boys had a good time, and I thought it was a good time.
It was.
It was a fun night, despite, grumpiness at the end. So.
What I really appreciated about it was the fact that the church was hosting, but it wasn't the church doing all the stuff. It was this really cool combination. So the chili, they had a little sign out, and it was like from the shelter that helps people, right? The battered refugee shelter or battered women's shelter or something. Yep. And they were doing the chili, and then it was like the Lions Club is doing the hot chocolate and the donuts. Yep. And then it was, I think the church was doing the temporary tattoos.
Yeah.
And then the Santa was from the city, popcorn. And then the announcer guy was from, I think, the city as well, because he was like handing out the parade winners and stuff. And it was packed, and every table had people. We got up.
High school band was there with all their instruments afterwards.
Kids took over a bunch of tables.
It was really cool. It was fun.
I was very impressed. Mm-hmm. Small town, fun, super cute, like the parade itself, but then the after event, and
it was fun.
That's a good sponsor.
Yeah.
Sponsor of my life, and it's just kind of a weird one, but I just want to give a shout out to church community, church family, right? So this past weekend we did a baby shower, and it was a lot for the boys. It was a long event, but they had so much fun, and we had fun, and it was just, I guess I haven't done a baby shower in a while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, because the last ones we did during COVID, and so we did like kind of the drive-by baby shower thing.
We did a drive-by baby shower.
That was fun.
Yeah, and then in Flushing, they mostly just did like a card shower for us. Like they gave us cards and a donation, which was really, really sweet.
It's just really nice when a small church comes together and just cares for their people, and I felt very loved and very and our actual family, some of them were able to be really there. Cool. Not everybody, obviously. My parents and whatnot are working on Sundays and far away, but the people did come into town, and so the cousins were there, and
it was fun.
It was really cool.
It was a good day.
Everything on the planet was pink because we're having our first baby girl, and they went overboard. But it was super cute, fun decorations. They had the little M&Ms with baby themed stuff, like little feet on it, and a really pacifier cute. And a little teddy bear on the M&Ms, and the gifts were just like all,
I gotta say, like, as a first time mom, I was like, I need all the gear, I need all the stuff, give me all the store bought, whatever. And I mean, to an extent, like that, okay, first time moms, that's what you do.
Yes, of course, you
but
do
like,
need this
as
stuff.
You have more children, and by the time you get to your fourth or fifth, you're like, you don't really need any of that. Honestly, all you need is yourself to feed your baby and, some clothes. That's really all you need. Yep. And so I was like, I don't really need that much stuff. But of course, everyone wanted to get clothes. But what I appreciated was the amount of handmade gifts. Like, that's where it really hits home for me. It's like, give me all of the knitted sweaters, knitted booties, the handmade quilts, like those Afghans. We got a couple of those. I love them. So we got some really cool handmade gifts and some necessities that I have, since gotten rid of, like burp cloths. Like, I have gotten rid of most of them because they got gross between all four boys. So, and the awesome high chair that we had, I had registered for because we, went through our high chair.
That was a big deal. We don't have a high chair.
No,
so.
It was in rough shape. We got rid of that with the move.
It was to be gone.
Gross. So it just, I was grateful for it. It was a good shower.
And so it just, just kind of it wrapped you in that feeling of like church family love. And that was really cool. And definitely sponsoring my life today. And I think we are the first baby for a while. There were a lot of people who came and they were like, we just love watching your kids go crazy and run around.
Oh, good, because they did a lot.
And we're like, okay, great.
Lighting that Advent candle was no small feat.
So, are you ready for our game?
I guess I have to be, because I didn't really have a say in this game.
I don't have a title for it. We can call it "Let's Get Quizzical" or something. What's that from? Why does that pull in my memory? That's from a TV show or something, right? No. I'm pulling it from that Michael
Here's
Scott
The
episode.
Office,
Let's
yeah.
get physical or
Yeah.
ethical.
Ethical.
And they sing the song.
Let's get physical. Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, Let's Get Quizzical is a game where I ask Sarah questions from these fantastic holiday quizzes, and then
Are you on like abcfamily.com or something?
yes, not that
Hallmark
it was.
Channel?
Yes, I have. So I have 4. We'll see how many we go through, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
all right, this one.
Are you just going to ask me the questions and then tell me what I'm
Yes.
creating? Okay.
All right, so which of these holiday scents makes you happiest? Vanilla, chocolate, almond, cinnamon, citrus, or peppermint? Ooh, they're all good.
Cinnamon, citrus, or peppermint? I think peppermint's overdone. I like cinnamon. I like warm, cozy scents.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got that. What's your favorite winter activity? And there's a picture of snowboarding, sledding, decorating ornaments on a tree. It's someone's feet with socks by a fire, cross-country skiing, or ice skating.
See, most of these I cannot do whilst pregnant.
Well,
I
okay.
love ice skating.
Okay, let's put that though. That's a favorite activity. But yes, you're right. You can't.
I can't do sledding. I can't do skiing. I can't do snowboarding. Can't do most things.
Pick a reindeer: Comet, Dancer, Blitzen, Cupid, Prancer, or Donner.
Is there a difference between any of these reindeer?
Yes, they all have personal different. Actually, they have been portrayed in movies variously, but
I have never seen a movie about any reindeer besides Rudolph.
no, Comet is in not Home Alone. What's the movie?
Santa
Santa Claus, right? Comet is a character. Prancer has his own movie. You've never seen it. Cupid.
Let's just go with Dancer because it sounds fancy, or as Liam would say, jazzy.
He would say
He
that.
would say Dancer's very jazzy.
What would you want to be dunked in?
Oh,
Milk,
nothing.
eggnog, tea. I don't know what that is. It looks like chocolate milk, but it's got pineapples on the top of it. And then
Is it
there's
like for like a fruit punch or something? Not fruit punch. Like
maybe it's got
it's,
a cinnamon stick on it. What?
Oh, maybe it's like mulled wine or mulled
Yeah,
cider.
yep. I think that's what that is. Mulled cider of some sort. So let's go over
Or
milk,
wassail.
milk, eggnog, tea, that Wasso stuff, hot chocolate, or a Oreo milkshake.
I don't want to be dunked in any of those things, but I like eggnog the best, so
There we
let's
go.
go with that. That's gross. You would be so sticky after any of those. Ugh. What is this, a Nickelodeon 90s game show?
Yes.
It's painful.
What would your elf name be? They're bringing those 90s shows back, by the way. They
Unless someone is getting covered in slime at the Nickelodeon
They are, though.
studios, I don't want to hear about it.
I just feel like they're starting to realize like that was good television and they're bringing it back.
Well, it was good television, but it was television for our
It was
generation.
television we enjoyed. What would your elf name be? Sparkle, Noella, Penny, Jilly, Hootie, or Zeddy?
These are terrible elf names.
Hootie? Really? Like, and the blowfish?
Noella, probably.
That is
That's
the cutest
painful.
one. There we go. All right, pick a snowman. Oh, it's a picture one. So there's like, pick which snowman do you like?
Oh, I like the sand. I like the sand one the best.
Oh, a sand snowman. Really?
Yeah, that's cute.
All right. So then, for folks who can't see it, it's just a
Snowman made out of sand.
It's like a
on the
sand
beach.
castle. Yep. What's on your Christmas list? Handmade scarf, new bike, dance lessons. I'll take anything. A cozy blanket or jewelry.
Ooh,
Oh, this would be very
I like
helpful.
handmade items, but
You do.
But dance lessons sounds really fun.
All right. I like that. That does sound fun. How would your friends describe you? Spicy, spunky, traditional, surprising, reliable, and quirky.
Okay, it's a
The quiz
between
is
traditional
which Spice
or
Girl are you?
reliable. Traditional or reliable? Probably traditional.
There you go.
I am not spunky or whatever those other
We're
ones
adding a new Spice Girl. Traditional.
Comes in full Laura Ingalls Wilder dress with an orange that she'll throw at you if you say bad words.
Wait, I don't know that. What is that reference?
I won't.
Pick your favorite topping. None for me, thanks. Whipped cream.
Is this for hot chocolate?
It doesn't. No. It looks like topping on anything. So none for me, thanks. Whipped cream, cranberries, sprinkles, all of the toppings, or jam. It might be preserved.
Topping? Am I Leslie Knope or
I
am
don't
I
know.
Buddy the Elf? I don't understand. I guess
No.
Buddy the Elf and Leslie Knope are pretty much the same character.
That's a good call. That is.
I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of a lot of toppings.
Yes. Do you want to do none for me, or do you want
Yeah.
sprinkles, or?
No. What was the last one? Jam?
Jam, all the toppings, none whipped cream, sprinkles, or cranberries.
I like cranberries, but the cranberries are not a topping.
No, that's a separate
Yeah,
thing.
none for me, I guess.
All right, none for me, thanks. What is your number one Christmas song? And you have to pick from these. Ugh.
So
They're not. This is not a good list. White Christmas, Melikilimaka, Jingle Bells, Deck the Halls, The 12 Days of Christmas, and Joy to the World.
Joy to the World.
Yeah, I do like that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like the those are bad songs. I just don't like that Melikilimaka song very much. So, what kind of Christmas cookie are you?
Oh dear.
You are a gingerbread cookie.
Yep.
You're a little bit spicy, which means life with you is tons of fun. Always keeping other people on their jolly toes. You'll go far in life.
Okay, based on my choices, nothing
No.
was exciting or keeping people on their toes. It was the most basic. When you think Christmas cookie, what is the number one cookie you think of? Gingerbread men. That is the most basic.
Yes. It's traditional, right?
Yes.
All right, so I have one more that
Okay.
I want to go through, and
Okay.
we'll see if we have time. We'll do more because I like these. But what is your favorite holiday feast? And there are 6 options.
Oh dear, I don't want to feast. So
Well, favorite holiday feast: a simple dinner with family, an elaborate buffet fit for a crowd. Definitely not wax apples. Anything I never turn down eats. And then it says bonus points for jelly beans. The meal I made with lots of love, an ever so jolly spread of Yuletide favorites.
okay, this is a Muppets quiz
Yes.
because you asked about wax fruit and jelly beans,
Yes.
both of which are referenced in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yes.
So you're doing a Muppet Christmas Carol quiz.
It took you half of a question to figure out the
Okay,
quiz.
but I will go with the first answer. Sorry, it's just, where did I put my jelly beans? Come on,
I don't remember jelly beans. I remember the wax
can't
apples.
fit- Don't you remember Rizzo's looking for his jelly beans? You can fit through those bars? Come on, man.
I'm
This is
so
like a
excited that we
Christmas
just got you to
class.
do that quote into a microphone. You do that like 100 times every Christmas
my
season.
God.
You can fit through those bars.
I wonder why it tasted so weird.
It's important to share
Wax
this with
fruit.
the whole world. Your
Okay,
love
so-
of the Christmas.
Just
So,
Muppet Christmas
what's
Carol,
your
really.
favorite holiday feast?
Any meals shared with family.
So, do you think the meal I made with lots of love, or a simple dinner with family? That I heard more
A
simple.
simple dinner
yeah.
with family.
All right, what's your favorite Christmas carol? I heard the bells on Christmas Day, deck the halls, up on the housetop, 12 Days of Christmas, Holly and the Ivy, and Jolly Old St. Nicholas.
Ooh.
Some of these I never heard of.
What was the first one again?
I heard the bells on Christmas Day, or deck the halls, up on the housetop, 12 Days of Christmas, Holly and Ivy, Jolly Old St. Nicholas.
Holly and the Ivy is a really pretty song, but maybe that I just played it on piano when I was a kid.
I never heard of that.
I'm sure you have.
Maybe, yeah, sure. But I don't know, it doesn't sound familiar.
The first one. I heard the bells.
Yeah, I do like that one. I see, and when I hear the bells, the first song that pops into my head.
This is that song from Hairspray.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's not
I
even
can
close.
hear the bells.
Oh my gosh, that's a movie I haven't seen in a while.
All right, favorite holiday decoration: simple tree, a room festooned with rubber chickens, bells, even if they march relentlessly. Nothing to do with fire. Paper rings made by my children, wreaths, candles, ribbons, ornaments. I love it all.
A simple tree.
A simple tree.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you hope to find under the tree this year? I don't need much, just time with those closest to me. Concert tickets for my favorite band, a certificate for circus classes, a membership to a Pastry of the Month club, a vacation with family to an all-inclusive resort, and a donation made in my name to a wonderful charity.
I don't need much. Probably that first one.
Yeah, that is you. I would go with a vacation to all-inclusive resort.
I mean, that does sound fun, but
I love donations to charity, but who's picking that? Come on.
sometimes people do. A donation has been made in your name too. And
Yeah, but that's the corporations get the tax
Yeah,
write-off
that's
without
true.
actually giving their people anything.
That's true. That's true.
Which
Jelly
is
of the
not
month.
cool.
It's like not
We
the
learned
Jelly
from
of the
Christmas
Month, but-
Vacation, National Lampoon, that this is unacceptable. He goes and kidnaps Bill Murray's brother.
That wasn't a donation to a charity, though. He just got Jelly of the Month.
Oh, that's right. All right.
It wasn't a
I
donation.
wasn't.
Yeah, that's okay.
In general, what's your favorite thing about the holiday season? spending time with family, parties, all the fun, all the food, seeing the delight in your child's eyes, or everything.
Ooh, spending time with family or seeing the delight in my child's eyes.
How is that different?
I know. That's why I'm saying it's really hard. But I guess as an adult now, I would have to say my kids. Like,
that is a good
very
one.
exciting part of holidays.
All right.
Oh, no.
Which Muppet Christmas Carol character are you?
I'm Miss Piggy.
No, you are Kermit the Frog as Bob Cratchit.
Yes.
Steady, dependable, and above all kind. There's room in your heart for seeing the good in everyone, even someone as initially miserly as Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge. You're also particularly devoted to family and will do everything you can to make sure they're happy, especially at the holidays. That's totally true.
That is true.
That fits.
I like that. I like that quiz a lot.
That was a good one. All right, I have another one.
Okay. Probably won't guess the categories quickly this time.
You might. This one's pretty easy, but it is fun still. Do you frequently wallow in self-pity, particularly at 4 o'clock? And the options are never or always at 4.
No.
You do not.
I don't often wallow in self-pity, but...
Well, it's a sliding scale. That's fun. Do you find comfort by staring into the abyss?
No. This is depressing.
You don't know this reference.
No.
Do you love... If my brothers are listening to the podcast, they know the reference. Do you love to eat alone?
No.
Nope. All right. If you can't find something nice to wear, do you still go out? I'd still go, or nope, not going.
Oh, see, it depends, because I do prefer to stay home, but it depends on where we're going.
I'm going to put you at halfway to nope, not going.
Okay. That's a maybe for me.
Do you wrestle with self-loathing?
No. Well, actually, that's not true. Sometimes I do.
I'm going to give it a little bit. I love that it's a sliding scale, because then you can just kind of determine
Tweak
how
it,
much.
yeah.
I feel like that's how all questions should be. Could you use a little social interaction? I desperately need it. No, I hate people.
I don't hate people. I just get overwhelmed by people. So I do like social interaction to an extent.
But you don't desperately need it.
I don't desperately need it, no.
All right, we're
I'm
going
not
to go a little bit the other way. What do you think of the Christmas season? Fabulous or stupid, stupid, stupid?
Oh, I love the Christmas season.
That's true. I'm going to put you all the way over there. Fabulous. Are you scared of feelings? Do you embrace them, or I'm numb?
Oh, I'm not numb.
No.
I don't embrace them, but I definitely am not scared of feelings.
I'll put you halfway towards embrace. And click. So this quiz is, what percent Grinch are you?
Oh, gosh.
And all of those were quotes from the Jim Carrey Grinch movie.
Which I don't.
Yeah, you don't know it at all.
Appreciation for.
You are 0% Grinch.
Oh, okay. Good. That makes me feel a little bit better.
I'm not sure if we should be proud of you or worried, but good for you, you positive Christmas lover you. What's it like to enjoy the holidays? Must be nice to feel so superior.
See, I am of the opinion that stress and hatred of the holidays is self-inflicted. So,
It's true. You are. All right. I have one more. If
Okay.
you feeling up for it?
I'm fine.
All right. Let's see. So this one is, you have to choose from a list. First things first, choose something from the tech department. So
Okay.
you're in the tech department. You can get a new phone, a camera, AirPods, or a smart home assistant, which looks like a little...
I want a nice camera.
You want the camera. All right.
That's a real Christmas list.
How
wish.
about some jewelry? What would you pick? A necklace, a watch, earrings, or a ring?
Oh, I was hoping like a bracelet or something with my kids' names on it. I guess a necklace. I don't wear
Bracelet.
jewelry a lot.
No, the bracelet with the necklace names, that's something you have, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's good. Maybe some home decor. So we've got throw pillows, wall art, a rug, or houseplants.
Ooh, a rug.
Yeah, you like a rug?
Yeah.
All right, now let's choose something for the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
You have a slow cooker, a stand mixer, an espresso machine, or a waffle maker.
I have all of those things.
It's true. They're all great.
I want a new stand mixer, though.
Yeah, that is true. Which of these book genres is on your list? Would you like sci-fi, romance, biography, or mystery?
Mystery.
Yeah.
I don't like romance.
I could have
or
picked that out for you.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, you're
Nonfiction is probably my book of choice, but that wasn't an option. So
How about a stocking stuffer? Would you like mints, playing cards, lip balm, or bath bombs?
playing cards.
Yeah, nice. Finally,
Super
let's
one.
pick out something just for fun. So these are just crazy things. Would you like a record player, a neon sign, a pinball machine, or a spin bike?
a record player.
I'm torn. I would love a spin bike or a pinball machine. That would be awesome.
Record player's toast.
So the quiz is put together an unrealistic Christmas list to reveal which iconic holiday character you really are.
Ooh.
And this is a great one to cap us off. You are Kevin McAllister.
Oh.
Your personality most embodies Kevin McAllister. The 3 best words to describe you are witty, independent, and tough. You are the kind of person who has a plan for any situation that might arise. Sure, you might seem like you don't need anyone else, but at the end of the day, nothing makes you happier than being with the ones you love.
Oh, that's cute.
That's you to a T.
That's actually quite accurate.
That's so good.
Description. I watched both those movies recently, so.
Oh, they're so good. You're watching movies without me?
I watch them in little 20-minute snippets when I'm trying to work on stuff during quiet time. So, yes, it took me several days, but I did watch the first one.
No, it's all good. Oh my gosh, that was fun. That was a good. Let's get quizzical. The internet has dumb quizzes, but they're more fun if you ask someone else to do them for you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to recommend all my listeners find your spouse or significant other and put them through, but don't tell them what the quiz is. That makes it more fun. That's good. You're 0% Grinch. You are Kermit the Frog. What was the other one?
Christmas cookie was a gingerbread.
You are a gingerbread cookie. And then you are Kevin McAllister. Nice.
Astute observations.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for listening to this goofy little podcast. We love making it, and we hope you love listening. If you want to support us at all, there is a Patreon where we could buy like new microphones and stuff to increase the sound quality. And or you could just leave us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That's really helpful. If you give us the 5 stars or if you type up a review, that's wonderful too. And if you type up a review, we'll read it on the air because we love to give support to our supporters. So again, thanks for listening, everybody. Are you ready to send us out with the mom joke of the week?
Yes. So what's the most frustrating thing about being a Christmas tree?
I have no idea.
Having so many limbs and not being able to walk.
Oh. It's so bad. It doesn't even deserve my laughter.
But I knew you would laugh. So.
I do. Bye, everybody.
Bye.